Welcome to the daily review from KASM Capital, the US markets, Euro versus the US dollar, the movement in Bitcoin, as well as trends in oil and gold, as given by the founder director, Dr. Mann.
Good morning. How's everybody? We are back after the weekend with a whole new week of news with regards to the markets, the US dollar, Bitcoin, gold, and oil. So, the US government remains in shutdown, which essentially means that there is no real catalyst for the markets. The market is relying on some news sources, some private news sources, but nothing official from the government. And because of that, we've obviously not had the labor data come out last week. And now the next data point which is at risk is the inflation report, the CPI report, which is supposed to be issued next week. And the way things are, it seems that neither the Republicans nor the Democrats are going to budge. However, the market seems to have assumed as a matter of default that there is going to be a rate cut at the end of October, and because of that, the market has continued to rally. Overnight, there have been quite a few events. The Japanese Prime Minister has been elected, and that has served as a trigger for a rally in the markets because it's expected that the Bank of Japan is going to have a dovish stance and is going to go towards a rate cut. However, at the same time, the French Prime Minister resigned this morning, because of which the European markets have dipped, and the US dollar, which was weakening because of the shutdown, seems to have gained some strength as a result of that. So a bit of upwards and downwards movement, but not much. On the whole, the markets are remaining range bound. They've climbed a bit, but remained range bound. The Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500, and I think that's where they're going to stay. And to be very honest with you, like I predicted in my forecast for this week, the markets are going to take a dip. They will stay up maybe today, but perhaps not even today. I think there is going to be more downward momentum. Already the markets are so overvalued. There has to be some downward movement. It's been so long since the S&P 500 had a 10% correction, so it's overdue now. So I would expect that would happen, especially if the shutdown persists. Because of the rally in the markets, Bitcoin has shot up as well, and it's staying at its high level of about 124,000 at this point. Went up to 125,000. Gold again has been climbing. It's again hovering around its all-time highs, 3940, 3950. It's expected to touch 4,000. Oil prices did take a dip last week because of the increase in oil production. However, OPEC has now called for a more disciplined cut. So I think because of that, the oil prices have started to climb a bit, and I think there will be some upward momentum today. The US dollar weakening against the euro, however, gained somewhat because of the French Prime Minister's resignation. But on the whole, as long as the US government remains in shutdown, the US dollar will take a hit. So this is a good time to go short on the dollar. This is where we are with the markets, and the rest of the indices. We'll keep you informed. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more news.